Yo, yo, yo.
What's up, man? What's up? What's going
Uh,
on?
a little sunshine right here down.
Yeah,
Sun's still pretty high up in the air here in Colorado.
beautiful Colorado.
If I move, you know,
Got a
oh,
buddy that just went out there and side by sides, and they just drove a beautiful area. I'll have to look it up and tell you where it was, see if how close it was to you. But he posted some pictures, and it was really nice looking.
nice. Yeah, we just went up to Red Feather Lakes, up northwest of Fort Collins, and did a little camping last week, and it was nice.
Oh, cool. Yeah, you carried your Second Amendment right with you when you
I did. I did.
were.
Had a little incident. Had to had to control a little bit, but we won't get into that.
No, no, I carry my Second Amendment every time I can.
Right?
But so good week this week, busy week, crazy week.
Oh yeah, crazy week. Got back Monday and then hit the ground running Tuesday and been just slam with work. So yeah, been wanting to mow the grass. Got home, mowed the grass today after work, and has the lawn. Took a shower, fed the doggies. Here I am.
There you are.
Hey Doug, I got a new shirt.
So wait, what does that say? What does that
You,
say? I'm
you want to
voting.
see it? You want to see it?
Oh, I don't know if I want to because I thought we weren't gonna. Oh, here he goes. Wow.
Hey, guess what?
All right, I'm
Justin
voting for the
G.
felon in the hillbilly.
Justin G. I'm wearing
And you're
George.
wearing Justin G. This
George,
guy
buddy.
is wearing jorts.
Look.
And it's not just any pair of jorts. This guy has got his jorts rolled up.
Yes, and
Wow.
right there, right there.
And he's topped it off. He's topped it off with what do they call that in Colorado? They call that a cowboy hat or what do they call that?
Yeah, that's cowboy hat.
A cowboy hat.
It's the
All right.
summer hat. It's summer
Well,
cowboy hat.
you know what's going on right now, right? You know what's kicked off, right?
Kicked off. Oh, is that tonight? No. Broncos football season. Yes.
We had our
Uh,
first preseason game.
Yeah, Bo Nix looked pretty good, huh? I was out of town, but I did watch it for like five
Nick.
minutes in a grocery store with the guy. I was like, I'm just gonna stall here for a minute so I can watch this with you while the wife's outside holding the dogs. And,
Bo Nix looked really good. Team looked really good. They finished with a preseason win.
yeah, we got
So hey, go football.
football. I'm more excited about who do the Broncos? We play the Packers Sunday at 6 p.m. Sunday night.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm more
Sunday
excited
night
about
game.
the college football. Mizzou kicks it off on Thursday night, August 29th, against, the hot team, Murray State. um, Mizzou's
I'm
ranked
assuming it's a joke.
dude, Mizzou's ranked number one. Yeah, we are, the first four games are in college football are always powder puff games. But
Uh,
Mizzou is ranked 11th already preseason.
Rank
Yeah, we got a pretty high ranking. Our highest
so they're
ranking
not
since
even in. They're not in the top 10.
2008. This sun is bothering me, dude. I'm gonna have to like sit up like
Oh, it
this.
is.
Yeah,
You need a cushion. You need to be a little bit taller.
I have cushions.
You need
It's just
to
that
set your back a little more
yeah, it's that time of
straight.
day where
Right there.
it's that time of day where it's like just just enough to mess with you, and you can't. There's like I
Yeah.
have a, I have a huge deck, Doug, but there's not any spots you can sit on it to make it good to
It's
get sun from you.
it's that time of day. It's like when you're driving and the sunshade just doesn't work anymore.
Right, right. I mean, I could keep scooting back, but I don't know if that'll work neither. Maybe that's at least below my chin.
So
Doug, you know what today is, right?
episode it's recording day for us. I mean, we're doing a podcast.
Today, 47
Oh,
years
oh, it's
today,
August
40,
1977.
47 years ago today, the king of rock and roll died.
Well,
Well, that's all right.
I like a,
Well, that's all right.
I like a peanut butter and banana sandwich.
Yeah, the king of rock and roll, 47 years ago. You know how old he would have
King
been?
of rock and roll, yes. How old would he have been, Rich?
89.
He'd have been
89
young
years old.
lad.
89 years old, he would have been.
And still performing in Hawaii.
He's alive today. He's 89.
No, he would have been in Vegas doing a residency in Vegas, I guess.
Probably. Yeah.
Well,
I got so far away I couldn't reach my drink.
is that an aluminum cup again? Is that what that is? That's
Yeah.
the same aluminum cup?
It's sweet tea, though. Sweet tea's in it.
I like it.
So what's going on in your world? How was your week? How's your busy?
Hectic, busy. Hung out in 2 different states this week. Just running around like a madman. Taking care of your mother.
Oh. Hey Doug, do we have any giveaways left?
We've got 2 shirts, two shirts left.
Hey, let's give a t-shirt. Let's give a t-shirt to the person.
It's probably gonna be a big one because we only have 2 big sizes left.
Okay, we got anything other than that? Water bottle, anything? $20?
No, they're all gone. What? How much?
I said, do we have $20? Anything out of
No. I was gonna put an order in for some more stuff, and I've talked with somebody we know about making some of our stuff. But other than that, we just got the old school stickers. I do have some of the new stickers that shows our barcode, our call it the QR code. My bad.
that ain't gonna cut it.
And I got a few stickers that shows both our faces that look really cool. I mean,
yeah.
at least it that.
What
Do
size are those
you want to give away a 2X? I got a 2X and a 3X, man. That's all I got left.
Who's wearing those? Jelly Roll?
Well, apparently nobody. They're in a box sitting over here on the couch.
We giving those a Jelly Roll? I don't know.
Well, when I ordered them, I ordered just like 2 of everything. The first order.
Gotcha.
So just to get a small order in, and all the other sizes went first.
How about this?
I mean,
the first person to share us, tag this episode, and comment in the section after you post it what was said on my shirt, on my t-shirt, what my t-shirt said, we'll get a t-shirt on our next order, which is soon.
Okay, all right.
We'll get their size. We'll get the right size, so that way they'll get the right
We'll get there. And you know what? Even if they want one of the other shirts, we'll throw that in too. How's that? We'll just double that up.
Dude, maybe it's some girl that maybe it's a girl that does it and they want to wear it as a dress to bed or something. I don't know.
Night shirt.
Night shirt. 3X night shirt.
Hey, yeah, I put one of those on Gina, it'd be down to her ankles.
Right. That's it.
So, episode 17, we decided to get lighthearted, a little bit serious, a little bit in depth.
Who's serious?
We're going off the rocker on this one.
Dude, I'm not getting serious.
Are you moving again?
I'm not getting serious. What are you talking about? Serious? Who's serious?
Yeah, we're
serious. Who's serious?
Tonight we're going to talk about how to live long and prosper. No, wait, that's a Star Trek.
Doug, listen, I've been serious.
We're just going to talk about how to. And neither time were you named Shirley. How to live a long life, Rich. We're going to talk about how to live a long life.
Like Elvis was 89. You can't do downers and uppers before concerts. That's not going to let you live a long life, right?
Barbiturates will not get you there.
Barbiturates not going to get you there. This ain't happening.
But you know what constitutes a long life?
I will say this though.
Considered
if Elvis is still alive and he wants to call in and prove us wrong, then I'm okay with that.
we don't have a number for him to call in on, so that it can
You can
work.
call 6
But
555 Why don't we have a number?
555-2368.
How can people call into our show, our podcast, if we don't need it? Why don't we have a number?
Because we're not doing it live yet. We're recording and then we post it. Or wait, we record it and then I post it.
Yeah. You know what the port?
So that's why we're trying to figure out that Discord thing, because then people can dial in if we get that going.
Let's talk about how to live.
Anyway,
if Elvis would have lived to be 100.
Well, so I'm sure that everybody has a different opinion on this, Rich, and I don't think there's a wrong answer or right answer. But tonight we're going to talk about it, and we're going to go into depth about some stuff that might give you a long, prosperous life, or at least a long life, or maybe a poor long life. But either way, you could end up with a longer life than what you're going to. That's what we're here to talk about. Doing a little research into this podcast, I found a couple things. So I thought, who is there in Missouri? Who in Missouri has lived a long life? So I looked it up. And it wouldn't give me anything for 2024. I guess they haven't updated that yet. But as of 2023, and she is still alive, so Mary Chesney is the oldest living person in Missouri at the age of 111 years old. She was born in 1912. 1912.
Call her. Let's get her on the show.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I couldn't find a number, though. He doesn't have one either.
Dang.
And I also found out, a little bit closer to home, in St. Louis, which closer to home for me. 105 years old, Mary Slayton. When asked about the secret to her long life, her advice was simple. She said, "Don't dwell on it, just live." Her family also shared that one of her life's mottos includes, "Just don't worry about it. It'll be all right. It's going to pass."
Don't worry.
So there's your first.
Be happy.
There's your first piece of information.
Every little thing's all right.
Don't dwell on it. Just live. And that's actually a really good thing, because I was talking to somebody the other day, and this is what he said. He said, "Yep, I'm living to work." And I said, "I think you got it wrong." And he goes, "Nope, that's my life. I just live to work." I said, "Well, I think you should actually work so that you can live." You know all about that, wouldn't you, Rich?
I do.
I mean,
sunshine. I tell you what else. Sunshine, little vitamin D helps. This scenery. Played catch with played frisbee with your dog. He's trying to get me. He's right here below my feet, right there.
It must be Clancy.
Yeah, Doug. So
must be Clancy.
my only job when I'm outside the house, if I'm not inside, if I'm outside the backyard anywhere, my only job is to find a toy and throw it to him. That's my one job in life.
Unless I'm there, and then I take up that job.
And then yeah. Well, I love it when other people are here, because he'll take it to them and try to get them to play.
The only problem when Clancy and I play, he tends to steal it back before I can get a hold of it.
Yeah, he likes to play.
I think.
But Doug, I was doing some research on the four main causes of. I was seeing that what they were saying, the four main causes of death is cancer, cardiovascular disease, neurodegenerative disease, and type 2 diabetes and metabolic dysfunction. So those were things that were like some of the top reasons why people die.
So if you can stay away from those four things, that could help lead to a longer life, is what you're saying.
Yes. Prevent the four horsemen.
Of the apocalypse?
Of the apocalypse, yeah. You don't let death come in your way. And there's a lot of things you can do. That's what I looked at a few things this week, and a lot of people agree, not everybody, but a lot of people, I was looking, there's this Dr. T, I don't know if you heard of him, but he was referring to exercise as the potent longevity drug that even ranks above diet in importance. So exercise being the number one thing to do
And
to keep your longevity and to live to be 100.
yeah, and that's when I looked that up, Rich, I saw the exact same thing. The number one thing was physical activity, any type,
Like,
whether it's just 30 minutes a day walking,
yeah, playing frisbee with your
any
dog,
type of exercises, playing frisbee with your dog,
Go
stretching,
get it, go get it. Okay.
and there he goes. You know that's just coming right back to you, right?
Oh yeah, he'll be back in 2 seconds.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So any type of physical activity.
No, yeah, any ideal exercise routine would combine with like strength training, zone 2 training, VL2 max training. You know, you can bike, you can walk, you can run, you can hike, you can take your dog for a walk. You can you know, there's all kinds of things out
Tai
there.
Chi.
You can ride a horse, ride
Tai
a bull,
Chi.
huh? Tai Chi, karate.
You can do Tai Chi, man.
Dude, I told you
Any
I did
type
some.
of
Gosh, it's blanking me right now. But what's the karate
jiu-jitsu.
underground fighting? Jiu-jitsu.
Jiu-jitsu. Yeah.
I have a friend here in town. He's a client of mine, and he has a monument jiu-jitsu here in town, and invited me over one morning to try it out, and that will kick your butt. Doesn't matter how good you are at cardio, and I'm pretty cardio up, but that will get you going. It'll get the blood pumping, Doug. Get the blood pumping.
Yeah, I was talking to a guy this week who does that, and he does several different martial arts.
Yeah.
And I was telling him I did from about 2018 to 2021, I did Tai Chi, and
Yeah.
I would love to find Tai Chi here where I live. If I could find a class, I would definitely jump on it. I enjoyed it.
Well, this guy
But
that I he was talking about.
one of the things he said, he mentioned jiu-jitsu, and I said, dude, I have watched some of those guys, and at my age and my size, I would get down and never get back up. It would be over quickly, and
You'll get back up. No, but we know what strength training is, obviously, but this guy was talking about zone 2
yeah.
exercises being jogging, cycling, swimming, you know, any of that stuff. Like, you know, especially cycling, you know, getting your heart pumping at a 60 to 70% maximum heart rate for 30 to 45 minutes. I'll tell you, I cycled for years and years and years. I've cycled, and we have I have a stationary bike downstairs, a nice one, and I'll get on there for 30 minutes and do one of the rides like in Europe or something, or you know, wherever, and because there's like 15,000 rides you can do in other countries and all that. But you get that heart pumping for like 30 minutes, and it's almost like being out there down the street. But that's
one of my favorite things is walking around Cadillac here, and I did it when I used to live here before, and I'm gonna try and work back up to it again because I've gotten out of it for a little bit with the knee issues I was having. But it's just over 3 miles around Lake Capri.
Oh yeah.
So I used to enjoy walking that and jogging it.
Well, they say
so that's the plan, is to get back up to that one.
Get it. Well, even if you're at zero right now, they say if you go from 0 to weekly exercise, just 3 hours a week can reduce your risk of death from all causes by 50%. Like,
It's Clancy.
oh no, that was Finn.
Oh,
Finn whines when he sees other dogs. Clancy just whines for the frisbee. But they were saying if you're going from 0 to, you know, start, you know, 3 hours a week can reduce the risk of death from all those causes I just mentioned by 50%.
Wow, 50%.
Yeah.
So there you go. 3 hours a week, and that'll get you 50% of the way to a better life.
This same guy that I was following, and reading a lot about, he gave exercise number 1. You know what he gave number 2?
Diet or eating healthy.
Sleep was number 2.
Okay. I had sleep as number 3 on mine. Number 2, I had eating a healthy diet. And I don't want I don't want to call it a diet either, but we'll come back to that. Let's go with sleep. Go ahead.
Well, he's just saying that a lot of potentially fatal health issues are due to poor sleep. Cardiovascular disease, poor metabolic health, poor cognitive health. If you need to improve your sleep habits, he's saying prioritize sleep. Do the things they talk about. Sleep in a dark room. Ditch. We were taught this in Massage school. They were like, ditch your electronics before bed, like at least 3 hours before bed. Don't look at anything for like an hour after you wake up in the morning. Keep your bedroom cool. Keep it a cool bedroom. Sleep naked if you have to, not in a hat.
Drink a bottle of water first thing in the morning.
Yeah, but cool. One. Yeah, just a regular bottle of water will get the metabolism going.
Yeah, yeah. But the whole sleep thing. So what do you think, man? What's the there's so many people that say so many different. What's the correct amount of hours of sleep? Because I'm going to tell you that I used to get about 6 hours, and the person I went to that was helping me with a lot of stuff told me I needed, no matter what age, no matter what people tell you, that 8 hours is the ideal sleep. Getting good 8 hours of sleep. So I have literally worked myself from 6 to 7 to I almost get 8 every night now.
Yeah, I mean, 8's been a thing for a long time from what I've read and stuff. I've heard a lot of people lately saying like 10 to 5, 7 hours, and that 10 to 2 time is like your best time of sleep, like 10 p.m.
Yeah, well,
that's
when I go to sleep most of the time at 10. But I will tell you that I used to say to a lot of people, and I used to think this as 6 hours. I used to get 6 hours of sleep, and I'd be like, I'm perfectly fine. I got nothing. That's all I need is 6 hours. And I'm going to tell you that when I got myself up to that 8 mark, I was like, man, I was missing out. Those extra 2 hours are nice.
I mean, do you feel like
I don't get them all the time?
During the day? Does that give you more gas?
Oh yeah. I feel like it gave me a lot more energy during the day. And the other thing, like I said, I've started drinking 1 bottle of water every single morning. First thing I do before I do anything, I drink the bottle of water.
Yeah.
And that makes a huge.
Excuse me.
It almost wakes you up. It
No, yeah.
I used to.
It does. It gets the system. It gets everything in the system, moving and going. I tell you what, too. I tell people all the time, after people that have shoulder, that have desk jobs, and I was working on an airline pilot today, and people that are sitting in positions, where they don't get to move a lot, and a lot of people have computer jobs these days and all that. I'm always telling people, bro, get up.
Get up and move around.
I ask a lot of people, do you drink coffee in the morning? And they'll be like, oh yeah, well, when you're waiting for your coffee to be made, or if you drink water, I think water is the key of life, obviously. But I carry around a bottle with me all day. I wish it was out here right now. It's on the kitchen table, but I might go get it while you're talking.
Clancy, go get the water.
Get my water. He's standing right here with the frisbee. But dude, I tell people all the time, like literally, I'm like, if you're, whatever you're doing, orange juice, water, coffee, in the morning, while you're waiting for your coffee to be made, you don't wait for water to usually be made. But I'm like, start moving, jump up and down, do some swimmers, forward and backwards, move those shoulders, move the neck around,
stretch, just stretching.
Yeah, get the movement going, get the body going, get the heartbeat going. And like Michael Chain, this guy I follow on Twitter, he's always like, do the tapping, and tap the head, tap the face.
Oh, I did. I watched a gentleman, an Asian gentleman, and he did the at all the joints. He did the clapping it. Oh yeah. He did the clapping at all the joints. He did the clapping.
Tapping.
Yeah.
Tapping.
And tapping, clapping, whatever.
It's called tapping.
But I call it clapping because it sounds like I'm clapping. But yeah. And he said that livens up your system. It brings the blood up. So,
yeah, jump up and down, get some movement going. Hey Doug, go ahead and talk for a minute.
Yeah. So what Rich was saying is right about the whole sleeping thing. And no matter what you think, I'm going to stick with it. Each their own. Some people say 5, some people say 6, some people go up to 8, some people are 10. I think you can sleep too long, but I would say I found it a lot better that going from 6 to 8 hours, getting that 8 hours. I'm one of those people. I'm a morning person, so the first thing I do in the morning, as soon as the alarm goes off, boom, I'm out of bed and rolling. It doesn't take me any time. I just get up and get going. And um, to me, that's better than when you wake up and you lay there going, "Oh man, all right, okay, let
Well,
me lay here for a few more." Because I've had a couple of those mornings where I wake up and I lay there, and then I feel worse than if I would
yeah.
have just got up.
Well, with me, yeah, it's always like it just depends, like on what I've done today, just how tired I am. But sometimes, yeah, I'll get up, and do that first, early morning pee at 5:30 or something, and a lot of times I'm up at 6:30 with the dogs anyway. But I'll do that, and I'm like, oh, I should probably stay up, and then I go back to bed and I feel more tired. But yeah,
Yeah,
just
yeah,
everybody's a little different, but different strokes for different folks. But sleep, just the main thing. So we got exercise is number one. I'm calling sleep number two. But what you said a minute ago,
yeah. I'll go. Yeah,
I'm calling number three, nutrition.
and I'm not nutrition. Yeah, see, I wasn't going to say diet. I was going to say eating right, and eating right is different for every single person. and
Yes.
and and I don't want to call it a diet because diets are fads and diets are things that you quit and start and quit. Eating right or eating healthy is completely different. It doesn't mean you can't have a piece of chocolate cake.
No.
Well, I mean, unless you're diabetic, then you might not want to. But
I do believe though, and I don't know how you feel about this, but I do believe on the eating that aiming for a lower body fat percentage is better for your health. It's better for your joints. Being a body guy, it's better for your
yeah,
joints, knees, your body, your hips,
yeah,
everything. Having a lower body fat percentage is more important than what you eat. I think so eating less
yeah.
or whatever
Well,
sometimes.
right. And what that brings me to was there was a gentleman, and you can look this up. I didn't have time to bring it up, or I would have told you where to go. But
Tell me where to go.
yeah, exactly.
Hey, why don't
I
you go?
didn't think you caught that. But there was a guy that ate, I believe it was Twinkies, and he did it for a whole month, and that's all he ate was Twinkies, and he ate the calorie efficiency of what he thought he should eat in just Twinkies, and the guy didn't gain any weight because all he did was take what he was eating regularly in the calories and he switched it over to Twinkies. I'm not saying that'll work for
Dude,
everybody,
the Colorado
but
beer guy.
it's
The Colorado beer guy just did a diet, what he called like a diet or fasting thing out here that I would like to try. And he just drank Guinness for a month. That's it. No food.
Guinness. A whole month of Guinness. Well, I mean, that's like drinking food if you've ever had
Well,
a
no, but
Guinness. I
yeah,
mean,
he started out. Yeah,
you gotta chew it.
he
You
started
gotta
out
chew the beer.
where he drank, maybe 7 or 8 a day, or something like that. And then he got to where he was only drinking 3 a day or two a day, like because he didn't need as much.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what ended up with that. Like I never saw the very end of what he
And,
lost weight wise, but
but reality is, even if you're looking to maintain or lose, calorie deficit is where it's at.
yeah.
If you're going to eat 3,000 calories, then you got to figure out how you burn those 3,000 calories that day,
Yeah, I'm
or
just going with the fact that
3,001.
yeah, how much we eat affects everything from our physical health to our cognitive health. And
Oh
I
yeah, yeah,
I don't think it has to do with the specific foods like you said, because the science is always changing, Doug.
yeah.
The science is
Science,
always changing. I just think
science does change.
calorie restriction, time restrict eating, fasting,
Yeah,
not eating all day, and dietary restrictions. I mean, there's so many diets out there. People have done the keto, the Mediterranean, all this other crap. But I think just reducing calories and exercise, sleeping good, reducing
drink a lot of
calories.
water.
Drinking a
Yeah.
lot of water. Like I carry this around all day long. It's a big water bottle, and like you don't get as hungry when you're drinking water. You know that.
Mm-mm. No, I mean, I've gone to where now. I drink water in the morning, so I'll have 2 bottles of water before I ever eat anything. And most of the time, I find myself not really starting to feel hungry till about 11:30 noon, and then
Yeah.
I eat lunch and I drink some more water. I might have a tea in there. Love my tea.
Yeah.
And then when I come home, I'll eat dinner and maybe have another tea with that, and then I drink water in the evening till I go to bed.
There you go.
So
So we got exercise, we got sleep, we got nutrition. Number 4 for me, Doug, and this not to be
huge, huge.
this is one of the most under I think
Wait,
underrated aspects of longevity
before,
of lifespan, to live to be
before
100.
you
I think.
say it,
Okay.
is it? I'm gonna guess that it was something you said to me the other day, because you and I were on the phone, and you told me to just breathe.
Great.
So I'm gonna say it relates to that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna, I'm gonna let you go ahead and say it, but it starts with an S.
Well,
Am I wrong?
stress is the word you're thinking, but emotional health is what I'm saying.
Emotional health or stress?
Yeah.
Yeah, same thing.
Emotional health. I think there's a strong link between poor emotional health, like loneliness, depression, risk of
Yeah.
mortality. Yeah.
Social relationships, all of that falls underneath the same. Yeah.
Right.
Even as far as emotional health, your work relationships, your social
Yeah.
relationships,
And so with
family,
emotional health,
friends,
like you're saying with stress, I mean, stress has like
stress.
such a hard physical reaction to the body. I think 95% of disease is due to stress. We've talked about this before. And I
Oh,
think
yeah.
if you let stress can kill you. Personally, like,
Yeah.
it should be on.
Yeah.
Stress is part of the
Well,
force.
and and stress, um you can be eating healthy, you can be doing physical
Good.
activity, and you may not lose a pound of weight, because stress can actually make you gain weight
It
in all
can.
that.
Can. So,
So yeah, so stress, emotional health, I like that. I think
so,
that's better than saying stress.
and do what you have to do for, I tell people all the time, like, and we had a
Breathe.
podcast that we talked about like jobs and all that stuff, and like if your job's killing you,
Yeah, yeah.
if your job, but some people seek out therapy, some people practice mindfulness, gratitude, meditation, build connections, community, church, um, friend groups, whatever.
Prayer,
Yeah. I,
meditation, prayer.
I've been reading these books on gratitude and stuff lately, and law of attraction, manifestation, all that stuff. And like the one book I'm reading, um, had you get up every morning and had you write down 10 things you're gratitude for, grateful for, first thing in the morning, and
Oh
like
wow.
then the last thing at night, it told you to get a rock, basically a pet rock that set beside your bed, and before you go to bed at night, grab that rock and think of the best thing that happened to you today. Grab it in your hand, put it in your hand, think of the very best thing that happened before you go to sleep. Because so many people are thinking about what before they go to sleep, Doug. Oh, I got to pay this bill tomorrow. My
Oh,
car is due. My
oh,
house.
this is guy. I got to do
Oh,
this. I got to do
gosh, I went
this.
to
I
the
got to.
grocery store today and 4 items cost me $50. Thank you, Biden. But anyway,
Oh, you couldn't let it go.
so you know what I'm saying? Like so many people are thinking about like negative things when they're going to sleep at night. So if you have to, just get that pet rock out. That little rock. You could just pick one out of your yard or driveway, or and
Yep.
if no one's
Yep.
looking, Doug, go to your neighbor's driveway, pick a rock out, and get it if it's nicer than the rocks you have. You know, and take that rock, dude. Take
Oh,
that rock, and before you go to bed at night, think of something very positive that you had that happened to you that day. Somebody always says every day you have something, at least one great thing that was positive.
yeah, yeah.
And I think, dude,
Well,
if you read my gratitude book, you'll have to read it when next time I see, if I'm with you and see it, or you're out here. But like, it's pretty simple to wake up in the morning and say, hey, I'm thankful for the sunshine, and I'm
well.
thankful for God. I'm thankful for my feet working. I'm thankful for my hands working. I'm thankful for, having this great house that I live in. And, that gratitude book, I even started thinking about like things, gratitude's a big thing for your emotional health. And I started thinking, I'll just end this on that because I don't want to talk too long about emotional health, but I do think it's important. And I was like, a lot of people think they grew up and like didn't have things, but we wouldn't consider ourselves like to be rich kids or anything like that. But
Yeah.
but we had a lot of stuff to be thankful for. A lot of gratitude. Like
Oh
we had
yeah.
dinner, we had
Oh
food,
yeah.
we had a house, we had food, we had it's all burnt down. But but I mean,
Until, oh wow.
but
Yeah.
anyway, um,
But then we had another one.
yeah,
Till we got
then we had
taken by the bank.
we had a car, we had a car too. You wrecked it. But
Which one?
I
Which
don't know.
one?
But
Wait, you wrecked
this,
one too, man.
hey,
You wrecked one.
was it a K car? A Reliant K car?
Yeah, that was
Trust
the
the
K car
automobile.
you wrecked.
There's that
Yeah,
song.
yeah.
There's that song. It's one of Steph's favorite songs. If I had $1 million, it talks about that song by Bare Naked
If
Ladies.
I had a
Yeah.
million
If I
dollars,
had $1 million, I'd buy a
if
car.
I
A K
had a
car.
million dollars,
Talks about a
I'd
K
buy
car.
you a car, a
But
K car, a really
anyway,
nice car, a Reliant automobile.
reliable. Yeah. So, but hey, do what you have to
But
do.
yeah,
Meditate. Get a
if there's
massage.
something,
Hey, get a massage if you're emotional.
oh, here he goes pushing his business now.
Go see.
Now he's pushing
Hey,
the business.
go see a
Go
therapist.
see Salante. Go see Salante
Go see
Sports
a massage
Therapy.
therapist.
Yeah.
You know, I definitely think emotional health's a big key of
Well, I'm going to add to that. I'm going to say that one of the things I've learned to do that I never did in my earlier life and I regret. So if you're a young person and you actually catch this episode and listen, then I'm going to tell you this. Tomorrow always becomes today. And you can forget what happened yesterday and start fresh every single day. Don't
hey,
carry what happened yesterday into today.
your story. You have a new page of a book that you can write on every day. Your story changes every day.
365 every year you did.
Yeah, you could just doesn't matter who you were yesterday or what you're doing. You
Yep.
can you could change it. I will tell you this
Yeah,
to go along with my
so
shirt.
part of that.
That's probably one thing you shouldn't do to live to be 100 is watch politics. But
Yeah, very, very true, very true.
get
But
outside.
a
Get
sense,
outside. Get some vitamin D.
but
Vitamin D.
yeah, emotional health, it also includes a sense of purpose. They say a sense of purpose will help you live longer for your emotional health. So strive for something, no matter what it is. My back end of my other 50 right now that I'm into, I'm striving to bucket list. There's things I want to do,
Yes.
before this life ends.
Yes.
So I'm doing them.
Don't don't kill yourself working. You can
No,
anything can be a vacation, Doug. We just went up to Red
don't.
Feather camping this past week, and like I said, 4 days up there. We spent a lot of money. We were out. We were dispersed camping 2 of those days. We didn't spend a lot of money, but we had nature. We had our dogs. And we had each other. And we had a good time. We had food, and
Don't.
did some hikes
Yeah.
and you know.
Don't live to work. Work so that you can live. So,
Now,
all
Doug,
right, Rich. So,
this last one, because when I text you that I wanted to do this topic tonight and get off of politics and other stuff a little bit, I wanted to not
I'm
talk
trying to
about
see.
politics and anyway.
Uh,
But anyway, yeah. So this one probably you weren't like maybe thinking about, but bone density.
you mean like these? Like these right here?
Like, it's,
That bone density?
you know which way the gun show is, Doug? The
I believe
gun.
it's over there.
So,
Wait. It could be over there.
Yeah, dude. As we get
Bone
older,
density. I did not have that. I didn't have that on my
because
list.
as we get older, and then I'll let you talk about what you think a little bit on some of this. But as we get older, um, we have to prioritize, I think, bone health and density, because falling and fracturing bones have a mortality rate of 15 to 30%. If you break a bone, it'll limit your activity and can be dangerous to your overall health. You can't, you break it
Very
like
true.
I actually think I have a broken bone in my foot. Did I mention that on the last podcast right now?
Yeah, I think you did. I think you
Yeah,
did.
I think I did. But, so like it's limited me. I've still been hiking and doing other stuff, but I haven't been on the bike this past week. So it's limited me on what I've been doing. And if you break a bone, it limits your activity, and
Well,
you know,
well, not only that, I mean, you break a bone, and as you get older, it takes longer for you to recover. Even as you get older, if you cut yourself or scratch yourself,
yeah.
it takes longer for it to heal because that's just your body. It's just what's happening. So yeah,
So
bone
yeah,
density in
I
your
think
younger years.
whatever helps with bones, protein, the right proteins that we're talking about. Like you don't always have to eat different stuff on the nutrition part, but I think you should have protein. You should even strength training with heavy weights can stimulate bone growth. And so
Yeah,
I
I
think
know. This I
a lot of
know.
people, I've talked to people that have said, "Oh, well, I run, but are you lifting any weights? Or are you getting any?" And I always tell people, I think even if I tell people like that have shoulder injuries, rotator cuff stuff and stuff like that. I'm like, even if you can't lift the weight, simulate the movement of lifting that weight of how you would want to do triceps or biceps or over the head stuff, because then you're still lifting your arms, you're still lifting weight,
Yeah, and even
and
even even if you, I mean, a lot of places, even Walmart, you can get a 2 pound weight.
yeah.
Or if you just use a bar only, like if you have a curl bar or a dumbbell or even
But like
a
if it's
deadlift bar, you
imitating that in the morning, like what I talk about when I've told people, if you're having a cup of coffee in the morning, do the swimmers, do the movements with the neck, arms,
yeah.
shoulders. My one bad massage joke is I'm like, just throw your hands in the air, waiting like you just don't care. No, but but like
Okay.
you know,
Yeah. Get the blood pumping.
Joe Freeman on Beachbody always
Yeah.
says that. He's like, if you are wear yourself out by too heavy weights, and you can't lift that last set, put down the freaking weights and lift with your arms because your arms weigh. So do something for that movement. But I think
And
bone density. I think
these
making
guns
sure
weigh a
that
lot.
yeah, I think making sure that we're strong, even
Yeah.
going into I'm 37 now, and no,
Wait, hold on. Hold on. Can you say, I think my micro, I mean, my headphones, I think they might have cut out a little bit. I thought you
we're both
said, you say 57? Is
we're
that
both
what
no,
you
I'm
said?
50. Hey, whoa,
Well,
you're closer to 50.
whoa, now we're in
I'm
a whole
50.
different world.
I'm 53. You're 57.
53.
Um,
Oh, whoa, hey, whoa, time now. No, I'm gonna be 55.
but I think at our age, anything over 50, you got to start watching for that. Make sure that you have strong bone health. Because
Yeah.
yeah, I hear people that break a bone in their 60s or 70, and then they're downhill from there.
Yeah,
So
it can. I
yeah.
agree. One of the other things I was going to add is a key thing I saw, and I saw it in several different articles, is substances like smoking, any
Alcohol.
type of tobacco product, any opioids,
Alcohol.
things like that. Well, almost every one of them said an alcohol. It just said if you are going to drink, do it in moderation.
Yeah, you can drink, but I still think any bit of alcohol, especially even if you're doing it in moderation, you're doing it every night. It's gonna
Yeah.
it's gonna cause your body to age and wear.
Oh yeah, definitely,
Yeah.
definitely. So if you can cut about the only other couple things I saw was cultivating a positive mindset, which I think that falls into that emotional health
Oh,
that you
health.
spoke of,
Yep.
and keeping your brain active, even if it's as simple as doing a crossword puzzle
Yeah. Read a
or
book.
a
Play guitar.
yeah, reading a book.
Yeah. Play a musical
Yeah,
instrument.
and any
Yeah.
any even if you have to download a game on your phone because you're using your phone all the time,
Yeah,
if you download like a Word find or something on your phone, anything that
oh man.
oh, you want me to delete that part out? Do I need to take that?
No, that's all right. But dude, no,
I
anything
would,
with
I
the,
would get
like,
no,
hey,
I would
like,
get with our editor. I would
I'll
get
shout out
with
to
our
Justin
editor
G
to
here.
have that fixed.
I'll shout out to Justin G. Joystick Fishing. Hey, he's out fishing, dude. That's emotional health right there, fishing.
Yeah, my daughter's trying to call me.
Yeah. Which one?
Yeah, Shelby. I told her I'm recording a podcast. I'll have to call her back.
She's
She was,
started the school thing, huh?
yeah, at our alma mater, dude. She's
Oh,
over
dang
there
it.
at Potosi now.
Oh, that reminds me. I still wanted to donate to her cause.
Yeah, she was going in earlier when I talked to her, and she told me to call me after. I thought it was going to be sooner than this, but
I'll have to still,
so if
man,
at
I
this
imagine she needs
age
that
of
stuff.
life, yeah, school starting soon. If it's at the last thing I'm going to add to it for longevity of life is if it's at this age of life or you're younger and have other issues, anything of any type of chronic condition, like what I've discovered now here in the last probably year and a half that I'm dealing with is both knees having severe arthritis in them. Work them,
Yeah.
look for options before you replace them. I wear a brace sometimes now when I walk or I work out on my right knee. I have found some um, stuff to put on it in the evenings before I go to bed that is actually all natural stuff. So it's not a type of man-made product. It's actually natural.
I got
So
some.
whatever you can do to kick back the chronic conditions, whether it be losing weight, whether it be cutting out salt, soda, alcohol, quit smoking, anything you can do to fix that chronic condition that you may have or are on the way of having that, then that
And
would
I'll tell
be
you, it goes a long ways with thinking, positive mindset, positive thinking. I'll tell you this, uh, you might think it's a little foo-foo, or some people out there in our listening audience might, but it's true stuff. Your hand's hurting, or your foot's hurting, or you're going to bed and you're like, oh man, my foot's hurt. The more you say, oh, my foot's hurting, my foot's hurting, my foot's hurting, your foot's gonna hurt. But if you think about your
Yeah,
foot
yeah.
being healthy, and you think about your foot being healthy, and you think about your foot being working in the same condition it worked as when you were 20 years old of age, and you know, have that positive mindset about your foot, I guarantee this will work. Your foot will feel better. It's the whole law of attraction,
Positivity.
positivity, law of attraction. You know, and and having that gratitude and having that mindset of I'm not
Yeah,
sick. If you're like, woe is me, I'm sick. Oh my God, I feel bad. Oh my, oh heck, I kick it. Then that's how it's going to be. But if you're positive and you have that positive mindset, I think you can heal yourself with this right here.
that I
This right here.
believe that. Yep, I believe 100% that positivity. It is like we used to hear back in the old days: garbage in, garbage out.
Right.
If everything you do is negative, if you think negatively, if you project negatively, then everything's going to be negative.
Right.
If you think positively, if you project positively, then you're going to have a more positive outlook in life.
Yes,
So
sir.
definitely agree with
Yeah.
that. I did find, yeah.
I was gonna say, I think also, I was just looking up the lyrics to uh the Toby Keith song before he died, that he put out the he had sung on a word show too when he had cancer and all that. But he was like, I knew all my life that someday it would end. Get up and go outside. Don't let the old man in. I think getting outside getting in nature. We were supposed to be. We're not wired. Humans weren't wired to be inside 80% of the time. We were wired to be outside 80% of the time. So like even sitting on your deck, Doug, like you got your nice little deck built up there around your house, and
every chance I get, man.
A lot of people are talking about grounding these days. The original grounding, they have these grounding mats, grounding sheets, and I've heard good things about them. Being in the field that I'm in, but grounding is getting barefooted out in your backyard in the grass. That's grounding.
Well, I actually bought a pair of grounding shoes.
Yeah.
That you can wear that have the contacts in them that when you get out onto the actual ground, it's supposed to help.
I've heard.
But yeah, the real way is bare feet.
I've heard all that stuff, but the real thing is bare feet in the grass out in the backyard. What's that? What's that character in that book, Doug? That the Drew in those that series of books.
Yeah. He's oh man, I'm gonna lose my mind right now.
What's he do to rejuvenate?
Atticus. He touches the earth.
Yes.
He touches the earth barefoot or with his bare hands.
Yeah.
And sometimes he laid out in the backyard naked. But
right.
I'm not encouraging you to do that because you have neighbors.
If you have neighbors, probably not a good idea. But
not a good idea.
But if you're out there in the middle of nowhere, do it.
Yeah, just watch out for the ticks and bugs. That sucks. But dude, get grounded.
Hey, community is good too. Staying close to your friends, having friends. Having nice fellowship with like-minded people, and sometimes maybe not even like-minded people, but emotional health, being outside, grounding, all meditation, all that stuff I think is important.
Yeah. And I don't think, and I looked at a lot of articles, Rich. I went through a lot of different articles looking for some stuff, and the biggest thing I found was there was so many people that had different things that they said. I don't think there's an actual written plan for the longevity of life. I think for each person it can be a little different. You're going to think different positively than I am.
That's why I was trying to say with that, like, don't worry, don't think, oh, my foot's hurt, oh, my this is hurt, this, oh my God, I'm 53 years old. In that Toby Keith song, it also says, many moons I've lived, my body's weathered and worn, but ask yourself how old you would be if you didn't know the day you were born. So don't act like a 53-year-old. I'm not telling you to act like me, because I act like I'm 23 sometimes, but but
I'm not going to say a word. I'm going to let that one go.
Don't be like, oh,
Stephanie?
I mean, dude, there's people out there that they turn 50 and they think, oh my God, I'm dead now. I'm 50.
It's the end of the world. Yeah.
I turned 60. Man. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna die now. I'm 60. Don't do that.
You want to know what my thought process is for getting ready to turn 55?
Hey, before you say that, think about that line in that song real quick. Ask yourself how old you'd be if you didn't know the day you were born. I mean, that's a good line.
Yeah. So you'd be a baseball player.
Say what you were gonna say.
What?
Sorry.
I was gonna say that I'm coming up here in a little less than a month now to hit 55, and you know what my thought process is? It ain't negative, Rich. It's positive.
Yes.
You know how many discounts I'm gonna get? You know how many places I'm gonna go that are gonna give me a discount?
That's funny.
That's what I'm talking about right there, baby.
That's funny. It's funny you bring that up because, in Potosi, the very first fast food place we had was that Hardee's, right? And
yeah.
And I used to remember walking in there and going, "Oh man, if you're 55, you get it for that,"
Yeah. Wow, how come these guys 55 and they're getting these discounts? That ain't cool.
Doug,
here I am.
I hadn't even thought about this song until we were bringing up the 100, the live to be 100 things to do. But the third verse of this, the last verse is, try to love your wife, stay close to your friends, toast each sundown with wine, don't let the old man in. I like that too. I mean, every verse in that song is good, but it kind of tells you how to live to be 100, really.
Yeah, I agree. And good message from Toby Keith there.
Be nice. Be nice.
Yeah, be nice, man. Come on, Mike. Be nice.
Love people.
Mike,
Dude,
come
the
on,
reason I
dude.
said that, is because Mike Boss he's always doing that to me. Rich, just be nice.
So we got a few minutes left here. I'm just gonna say to tie off what you said there. I did look at one site I found that had interviewed several different 100-year-old people, and they asked them, what's the ideal for a long life? And I'm gonna go through these real quick here. So one of them, which we already talked about, move your body. 104 years old, Vivian says, I've been swimming for almost 100 years. She started when she was 4 years old. Eat fresh, home cooked food. Get the processed food out of your body.
Yeah, go to
Get away
Europe.
from it.
Go to Europe and eat real food.
And tagging
No
on that,
dyes, no dyes, no GMOs, no Doritos.
hey, tagging on that, Gina and I watch this. We watch this show all the time, where it's people that are looking for places over in Europe, in different countries over there. And you want to know what the main thing everybody complains about over there is?
What's that?
This house seems very small. And it's what you just said earlier. 80% of your time is meant to be spent outside, not in,
Right.
and the Europeans have that right.
They do.
100% have that right. Every one of their houses are like little bitty, like just enough space to do what you need to do and be done. There's no huge rooms.
We've been looking at houses with great. We've been looking at, because we're going back over in October to look at some more places, and we've actually been looking at some cool places that have some like great outdoor living, and that should be the focus. You're right, because we should be outdoors anyway.
Yeah.
You don't need
Make
something.
room for treats. Make room for treats.
Yeah.
Make room for treats. Don't forget the good stuff. If you can't,
Right.
Don't give up the good stuff. Stay adventurous. Travel. Whatever it might be, adventurous. Do something new. Make your bucket list. I don't care if you're 20 years old, 30 years old. Make your bucket list. Try something new. Do something new. Stay adventurous. Spend time doing what you love. Vincent's 109 years old, and he has worked as a volunteer on the fire department for more than 80 years. Spend time doing what you love. Life is going to come with a setback. Just stay resilient. What would you say, Aaron? Positive. No matter what.
Stay positive even during Broncos football games this year, Doug.
I was real positive Sunday. We'll see how this Sunday goes. We'll have to be positive against Howie Lewis.
Could be another
and his
crazy
Green Bay Packers.
Could be another crazy season. Quarterbacks.
And the last one, Rich, think positive.
What's that?
Think positive.
Yeah.
Round it out with thinking positive.
Think positive. Be nice.
Be nice.
Don't watch politics. Get outside.
Yeah. Don't get away from politics. Don't listen to us on listen to us on the other podcast. But no, I mean reality is it does. Get up in the morning. And I said this for about a year straight a few years back, and I actually did it. I'm not gonna lie, there were some days it was really hard, but I told myself that I was gonna wake up every morning and I was gonna say something positive to the first person I came in contact with. I didn't care who it was. And I did that for about a year. And I don't do it as much now, but I still find myself doing it. Still try to smile at the first person I see or every person I see. And no matter what kind of day you're having, it doesn't mean you can't have a down day. It doesn't mean you can't have a moment. Share that with somebody that can pick up the pace for you when you can't have that 100% positivity. Let them have it for you and keep bringing you up.
And tip your waiters and waitresses.
Because we don't want them to get taxed. Tip them in cash. So that's episode 17, Rich. how to live a long life.
Just some of the
Live
things.
long and prosper.
Some of the things to live a long life.
Yeah. And as normal, and we talked about it. I'm going to see if I can't figure it out. If I got to find somebody that can show me how to do it, I'm going to have to pay somebody. I don't know, but we've got a 30-second tagline to open up every show. I'm gonna figure out how to get that on there,
Doug, I have
and then
radio.
I'm gonna figure out.
People tell me all the time. People tell me all the time that I have a really, really nice like radio voice. So I could just do it live every show.
That's not a positive thing, Rich. They're just saying you have a face for radio.
No, that's not it, bro. That's not what they're saying.
No,
Not what they're saying.
Oh,
Hey, remember, whoever comments, shares our post, shares our video, tags us on their Facebook page, and it says exactly what my shirt says, my T-shirt says, that we showed at the very beginning of the episode. You get a free T-shirt.
yeah, that we showed at the very beginning of the episode.
Right.
And remember that the opinions and the views that we express are solely ours, and no other entity or anybody else. Doesn't matter. That's what the lawyer said. Thank you all for tuning in. Have a great day, a great week. We'll probably put this out Sunday. So yeah, have a great week. Smile, be nice, and take care.